You guys, thanks for tuning in, Coach Kizzy at Majestic Life Solutions. I forgot to do my affirmations because these people, these people, and they think I just don't know all this stuff. Like, they just think I just don't know stuff. I know stuff. I get insights on things. I know about a lot of stuff. You understand what I'm saying? I know exactly what people to put me in. You understand what I'm saying? So don't. I just don't like people to play games, play kid games. That's just one thing that I don't play about. Play these grown individuals playing kid games. Don't play kid games. And then besides, they want to hide behind the scenes. What you want to hide behind the scenes for? If you want to hide behind the scenes, if you have anything against me or anything that you got to say to me, say it to my face. Say it to my face. You don't got to stalk me. I know who you are. And every movie I watch, it gives me signs on everything. Like God does stuff, and like this Jack stuff. It's just because I'm gonna try. Let me tell you. I just believe that this is my belief system. I'm just gonna tell you like this. So it's a little girl, like I think her name Nate or something like that. That that he's not my nephew. And if they want to say he's not my nephew, he's not my nephew. But at the end of the day, like let's call baby Luke. Let me tell you, that's why they didn't want my side of the story because I called it out. But his name Trayvon. So he was dealing with one of my exes. He was dealing with one of my exes, and so I done heard Nate name come up or something, and I know the little girl. She's a prostitute. She's a prostitute. So she probably prostituted with somebody and something. I don't know, Cheryl. I don't know what these people got going on. But if you don't leave me alone, I'm gonna start going off on them every day. And I don't mind about being kicked out, put out, whatever. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that. God is a provider. I'm gonna start going off on their ass. I'm not playing, start going off on their ass. I just okay, so let's do a story time real quick. So I used to talk to this person, his name was Devier Darius Demon. But up in the age, so I met him when I was a home wrecker. Okay. So one of my friends was talking to him. One of my friends was talking to him, right? One of my friends was talking to him. And so when I say I was a home wrecker, I was a home wrecker. I took that person from my friend, my best friend. My best friend. I stole a man. hmm I stole a man. And so they told me that he was 19 years old. Okay. So at 19, so I'm like, okay. So which I told you before that, like this is the time that my mom passed. So when you grieving like that and you lost the love of your life, you go find love, right? You go search for love. So I searched for love. Biggest mistake. That's why these are experiences that you learn from. Okay. Biggest mistake of my life. So I stole him from my best friend. So as I stole him from my best friend, so I moved him. No, I don't think I moved yet. But I had one of my other friends to give me an apartment. So I told him, I said, we're gonna get an apartment or whatever. So we got an apartment, whatever, even though that they were still creeping with my best friend. Creeping with my best friend. We used to have fights all the time because they was creeping with my best friend. So I don't know how that I found out his real age. His real age was 15. His real age was 15. This was like around 2005, around that time, 2005. 2005. So yeah, 2005 because my mom passed away in '04. So this around 2005. Say it like that. Okay. So 2005, so they told me that they was 19. So I didn't forget how I found out. Oh, Oh, one of my friend, well, postman friends. She was a stud. She was a stud. She was a lesbian, and she was like, he ain't number 15. And that way, I was already kind of. And the mama, she let him do what he wanted to. He didn't really stay with her. He was everywhere, whatever it was. So, and I used to go visit the mama. We used to go visit the mama. If the mama, listen, I just what I say. My experiences in life has taught me today where I don't want to go back to. So we used to go to his mama house and drink, and they used to smoke, and we used to drink in the house. Like times together. You understand what I'm saying? But so my thing is that's why I say that God was on my side. You understand what I'm saying? But if she had a problem with me, then like I could have went to jail. I was like 20, 22, 24, something like that. I could have went to jail. You understand what I'm saying? I could have went to jail for child. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is she let him stay with me. And then and it was so weird because I dropped him off at school, but then he come back to the house. One day I didn't go to work. One day something had happened. I didn't go to work. So he come back with his friends to the house. But they was coming to Goosey Lucy. You understand what I'm saying? They was coming to Goosey Lucy. So I'm like, why you back at home? So yeah, so all the little friends, whatever, all the little friends were there. You know what I'm saying? Like just I just felt like if she had a problem then, she should have said something then. And study them doing this kid stuff. Oh, let's see if he like kids. Let's see if he gonna talk to kids. Let's see if he gonna do this. Bitch, no. Bitch, no. That was the worst mistake of my life. Trying to trying to be in a relationship where I'm basically raising a damn person. No. I was raising that person. I wasn't in a relationship. That wasn't a relationship because I was raising him. Not knowing that, but that's an experience of mine. Not knowing that I'm raising this fool, raising him. That's not a relationship. You can't have a relationship with a child. I went through hell. I went through hell. And then so I finally finally said it was the quits on a relationship because just wasn't working. We fought every day. I cut them. I used to cut them up. I did. I told you if I use a knife, if I pull out a knife, I'm gonna use it. That's what I did. When I pull out a knife, I'm gonna use it. I had a box cutter. We had a fight that night, and so even though they was 15, they were strong. They were big. They were big. I weighed probably like 115 then. I probably weighed 115 then. And think about this person that wore a size 40 in pants. Look like a grown man. So if you getting choked out by somebody that particular night that I cut them, they pulled a gun in my face. They put a gun to my forehead, and that gun was a gun that just if you if you pull that gun, the gun can go off at any time. So yeah, I cut her damn son. Sure did. He put that gun in my face, and that's what made me cut him. So once one of our other friends got that gun from him, seriously, once our other friend, I said, TT, get this gun away from them. And so you can see your life flash before your eyes when somebody got a gun pointing to your forehead. So I tried to run out and they grabbed me back. And so they throwing me all over the room, just throwing me. So some way I got on top of him, and I had a box cutter in my pocket, in my back pocket, and I pulled it out and I sliced the side and I ran out. Even though that they was 15 years old, they didn't act 15. They was grown for their age. This 2000 and this 2000 and 2005. You understand what I'm saying? 2005, not 2025. And so I was just like, still we got back together, and so I'm telling you, like, I had to fight every day. Had to fight. They just got out the hospital. We had to fight. Like, who? He asked me, "Who you been effing? Who you been effing?" Like, nobody. Who you been effing? Who you been effing? And that person right there, I had to fight that person just because I wouldn't have sex with them. Because if I didn't have sex, they made me feel like I was cheating. So you don't want to have sex with me because you've been cheating. That's why I say my relationships, I don't I don't like to, oh, excuse me. It's just that sex, I feel like you should be able to enjoy the person instead of worrying about sex. But that's what they did. I had to keep stabbing and cutting them because that's what they always ask. Yeah, you don't want to have sex with me? Well, no, fuck you. And then so now we fighting again. We fighting again. So I'm gonna remind you that the day that they got out the hospital, we had a fight because they thought I was out doing something. So for them to get off of me, I put my fingers inside them staples. I opened that wound back up. I opened that wound back up. Let me tell you, when a person is actually in an abusive situation, people don't understand that you have to do what you have to do to get out of that situation. You understand what I'm saying? So if a person just, one day his mama was at the door. One day his mama was at the door watching us fight, and she see him got me on this wall. I'm pinned to the wall with his hands on my neck, holding me up in the air, and she see this. So how can I get out of that situation? How can I get out that situation where they got my hands around my neck holding me up? How did I get out that situation? So I had some picture frames that was right there. So I bust the picture frame and I stabbed them in the back. And I kept stabbing them in the back, but they wouldn't let me go. That's how I had to get a loose. That's how I had to get loose because I'm stabbing them. And then I have to cry out, "Oh, baby, I love you. I'm not gonna do it no more. Baby, I love you. I'm not gonna do it no more." So of course, I'm gonna do what I have to do. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not for just sit there and just let you just turn my ass up. This is my testimony. You was to hear a lot of stories, okay? So he just choking me. So choking me. And she just ringed up. Uh D stop. D stop. D stop. And then she drove off. She knew her son was kicking my ass. I'm not gonna lie, she knew her son was kicking my ass. So I understand where any parent would get in the mix of it all. But my thing is, I'm gonna do what I have to do. I'm gonna do what I have to do. I don't give a damn how old you is. If you sitting here, if you got your hands around my neck and you got me pinned up against this wall with my feet off the damn ground, you crazy. You crazy. You crazy. Crazy. You understand? I'm gonna do what I have to do. I'm gonna get out that situation. So then at the end of our relationship, I got some job or whatever. I got some job, and then it was traffic on the freeway. I stayed in this traffic about 2 or 3 hours. My job called because we wasn't in this relationship. I wasn't allowed to have a cell phone. I wasn't allowed to have a cell phone. So what we did was we shared a cell phone, but cell phones with him. The job called him. So he thought I was out cheating. Thought I was out cheating. So we get to I get back home. I get back home. We were staying with my sister. We get back home. And so he was like, I just want to go to my mom's house. So I was like, I already know that we supposed to get into it. We supposed to get into it. Something is like you if you knew the person that you with, then you already know like the little sassy attitude, all that stuff. We supposed to get into it. So he drove me. He's like, I'm driving. All right. So we drove through. So he took me, if you know where I stay, if you know exactly like Dallas, we was on and military and Syene. No. Jim Miller and Syene and these little houses over here. So he drove through these little houses. I'm like, where is he going? His mama stay in Garland. Where's he going? So he pulls out a knife, a box cutter. The first cut he did was it's right here somewhere. So he cut me right here. It was 3 slashes. I think they gone now. I think the little slash is gone. But he cut me 3 slashes right here. So then, so then I was like, okay, so when you with a person, and you know that the person know that you handsome, they were handsome, but you know that that they handsome, they gonna try to tear your face up. They're gonna try to tear your face up. For one, nobody wants you. They'll try to tear your face up. So we driving down. So he was like, B, where you been? And trying to go to work. So I said I was at work. I went home, came home early, whatever. Now because the job called. So he was like, the job called. You wasn't at work. So I tried to just keep it calm, but it didn't keep calm. So then now we driving. So he get the box cut and said, B, where you been? So he cut me in my face. He cut me in my face. Hmm. Cut me in my face. The scar from my face is right here. But if I wouldn't have had plastic surgery on my face would have been just like this where he cut me at. You see this? You see that mark right there? It's a big lump. That's what my face would have looked like. But that man spent like 5 hours on my face. And I don't know, it was like he had this big old thing on his face. I remember I was just sitting up there watching him. But he gnawed my face and he had this big old thing. If I go like this, you can see the scar. Cut me on my face. Cause that's what they do when they don't want you to be with nobody else. They cut you on your face. Cut me on my face. So I'm like, okay. So then we fighting. It's just a lot of drama. So we fighting. So therefore, I tried to jump out the car while he was going fast. So I tried to jump out the car. So he holding me back. So then that's when I think he stabbed me right here, and then he stabbed me. He tried to get in the back of my shirt and stab my back, So I seen death before my eyes, and then so I tried to run again. So he held me in the back and started stabbing me in my head. So blood just dripping down my face. Blood just everywhere down my face. So he cut me all in my head. Just stabbing me with the box cutter in my head. So blood just dripping down my face. I can't hardly see. So I'm thinking I'm about to die. Cause I seen life before my eyes. So I'm thinking I'm about to die. So he cut me in my head. So I'm running. I'm running. I'm trying to jump over this gate, but I'm weak. I'm trying to jump over this gate. So he just get these rocks and he started throwing these rocks at me. Just kept throwing these rocks. Kept throwing these rocks. So I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm done. So we get back in the car. So he was like, come on, I'm just going to my mama's house. So we get back in the car. And so he cut me again and he cut me again. So I opened up the door. So he started driving fast. So I jumped out the car. And so he jumped out the car. So the car is driving by itself. The car is driving by itself and drive. The car is driving. And so how the car stopped is trying to go in somebody's yard. And it just kept trying to go in somebody's yard. You know how like a car just hit the hill, and roll back a little bit, hit the hill, and that's what the car was doing. And so I'm, it was just a mess. It was just a mess. It was just a mess. So let's get into one of my other exes. Okay, let's get into one of my other exes. Um, I done had conflict with all of them, but I just remember the ones that was just, oh, and then also like we had moved in this house. We had moved in this house in West Dallas. We moved in this house in West Dallas, and it was like rats coming in a wall like this. You hear that? That was like rats in a wall. So so we moved in this house. So I always made sure that we had a place to stay. I ain't gonna lie about that. I made sure that we had a place to stay. Moved this house in West Dallas. The rent was $350. Right? The rent was 350. That's when you can get rent like cheap then. Like now, baby, rent is 11, 12, 15, $2,000. Can't get that no more. So we moving this house in West Dallas. I don't even know what happened that day. I can't tell you what happened that day. But I do remember that we beat each other in the head with a hammer. So some way that I started beating him with that hammer. I started beating him with that hammer because we already in the house fighting. I got that hammer and I beat him in the head with the hammer. So some way he got the hammer from me and started beating me in my head. I'm not gonna say that I didn't do nothing to them either. I did do something to them. Yeah. And I kept a knife with me everywhere I went because I know that I was supposed to get uh 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 we were supposed to have an argument. We were supposed to have a fight. Hmm. Also, so then this is a dramatic. This was a dramatic relationship. This was the toxic relationship. So then we moved to so this was the beginning of our relationship. In the beginning, I'm gonna go back because I'll be forgetting some stuff. Because okay, so I remember this particular time. This particular time. So we stayed in North Dallas. We stayed in North Dallas. And I used to go to work early in the morning, go to work early in the morning. And so while I'm at work early in the morning, it supposed to be my gay child was there, right? I had people staying with us and all that stuff. And so, it was a lot of us. So I went to work early in the morning. So as I go to work when I leave to go to work early in the morning, my gay child come lay in my bed. Come lay in my bed with my man. Come lay in the bed with my man. They having sex in my bed. Okay. So so then so I didn't know none of that until probably some years ago about that. It's like, yeah, I was effing what's called it in your bed. What? Oh really? Oh really? I'm like, oh really? Okay. So one particular time we went out on Cedar Springs to go have drinks or walk around or whatever we were doing. And so it was him, one of our friends, two of our friends that was like dressed like girls, well, transsexuals, whatever. So we I smoked some. So we in this I like my stories. So we on Cedar Springs, we hanging out, whatever. So this is around 2000, 2006, 2006. So we hanging out on the strip, whatever, having fun, whatever. Some dude passed me by. I promise you, I was not looking at this dude. I wasn't worried about this dude, but some dude passed me by, and all I can hear is, B, you sitting up there smiling at him. Me? I wasn't even paying attention to the dude. I guess the dude was smiling at me or whatever, but I wasn't paying attention to the dude. I'm more worried about that dude. I'm sitting here having a good time. We supposed to go back home because we done already chill. We done have fun. Was we by ourselves? We might have been by ourselves. Yeah, we was by ourselves. We were by ourselves. We sure was. We was by ourselves. Because I remember that day because when I was driving down the freeway, I had that knife on the side of my seat. I, Ooh. I had that knife on the side of my seat. I'm telling you, I was hell on wheels back in the day. Do you understand what I'm saying? I was hell on wheels back in the day. I had that knife on the side of my seats because I already knew that every time we go somewhere, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. So I'm driving. No, he driving. He driving. So he driving. He driving. So I didn't use the knife. I didn't cut him, but I used it to threaten him. I used to threaten him. But so he driving. So he was like, B, you were looking at that nigga. I'm sitting here arguing because you can't argue. I like to argue. I used to like to argue all the time, but I don't want to fight you. So you want to argue? Let's argue. Because I was not looking at this man. I didn't smile at them saying I do nothing. But why? But he want to know why was the man smiling at me? I don't know. So I'm in the passenger side. So this eye, my left eye, my left eye. So I see, boom, swing and hit me in the eye. I got a black eye. Understand? I got a black eye, right? Uh-huh. I got a black eye. Pull my car over. Let me drive. Pull my car over. I'm about to drive. So I get in the driver's seat because I already know he already punched me. I need to do it back. I need to do it back. You ain't gonna punch me and I have black eye. So he just started arguing with me, So I said, pow! I punched him in the same eye. So we both got the same black eye on the same side. We both got the same black eye. So I drive a little bit. So he still want to argue. So I think he want to fight. So I said, B, get out of my car. Get out. So, because that's what I used to do. I used to scream like I was like they about to kill me. I, I used to scream. I used to scream like they used to get about to kill me. Get out! Get out! So I get the knife that was on the side of the seat. So I said, get out! So he opened up the door. So he hanging out the door like this. He hanging out, he hanging out the door. So I'm trying to stab him at my car. Get out! But I'm not gonna stab him, so I'm just trying to scare him. So he finally jumped out the car when I said what I did like this. He jumped out the car and I said, "Vroom." Somebody had to be in the car with me because they said you gonna go back and get him. I don't remember if somebody was in the car or not. I don't remember, but but yeah, but I would drive. Went home. I said I gotta pack up all my stuff. I gotta pack up all my stuff. I gotta pack up all my stuff. So I packed all my stuff and I went back to my daddy's house. So they walked from. I stayed on Forest Lane and Walnut. I stayed on Forest Lane and Walnut, and I dropped them off about like 75 75 and what was that street? Haskell or something like that. 75 and Haskell. So they walked all the way to Forest Lane. So by the time they get there, I was already at my daddy's house. I done packed up all my stuff, put it in the car and everything. So I'm at my daddy's house. And so one of our friends called me, said, what I'm supposed to do when they come back? Don't let them in. Don't let them in. So I told them, don't let them in. Don't let them in. So they was like, I ain't gonna tell you what they said. The kid said, don't let you in. When I was on the phone with her. The kid said, don't let you in. So they kicked the door off the whole hinges. Remind you, this person like 16 now. They 16 now. They kicked the door off the whole hinges and put 150 holes in my apartment. 150 holes in my apartment. So put 150 holes in the apartment because I counted them. 150 holes. Okay, so out for that person. Let's go to one of the other serious fights I had. The person that's on my leg. Okay. Person that's on my leg. Oh, my computer about to go out. Hold on. And then we're gonna go up and we're gonna go up, we're gonna go up. The person that's on my leg, his name is Dante. Right? His name is Dante. And so with Dante, our relationship was like I was so in love. I was so in love with him, right? I was so in love with him. And like, I don't want to talk about him. I don't want to talk about him. I don't want to talk about him. Because he's stupid. But he tried to run me off the road. He tried to do everything to me. But then we go back to my last relationship. My last relationship. We never had a physical fight. We never had a, his name was Jarvis. We never had a physical fight. We never had a physical fight. But we had arguments all the time. Arguments all the time. Because he was Mr. Know It All. And I didn't like a Mr. Know It All. I didn't. But we had complications. But the last time when we broke up, when me and him broke up, he we went over to one of our friends' house and we got drunk. So he already knew that he was leaving me, right? And this supposed to been I met him at a job, and he supposed to been straight, supposed to been straight, and we hooked up a couple of times. I mean, not a couple of times, but we was in a relationship because like where he was staying at, he was staying with his auntie or something like that, or whatever it was, and he wasn't comfortable there. So I told him he could move in with me. But I did not start the relationship with him. I did not start the relationship with him. That's why I say like I'm gonna tell you. That's why I say these DL men's they be DL. They not already messed around before. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't think that just because they say they DL, don't think that they haven't messed around before. Cause they have. They have. So let me tell you about it. So we got off of work or something, then he called me and so I said, I didn't have really that much money, so I was like, what I'm saying, let's just go ahead. But I was treating him as a homeboy, but they started with me. You understand what I'm saying? So this what I say, this how I say about DL mans, and that's what I don't, I don't want a DL man in my life or nothing like that, because they like still like women, still like this and still like that, whatever, right? So we got off of work and he called, he was like he bored or something, he bored and something or something. He was like, you got some, well, he was like he bored. I was like, okay, I'm bored too. I was like, you want to get high? He was like, yeah. So this is our first time getting high together. This was our first time getting high together. This was like 2015. Yeah, 2015, 2016. So that's the last time I've been in a relationship. So we get to so I go pick him up. We go to the dope house. We go to the dope house. We snort dope. It was snort dope. So we go in my room. We chill in our room, and my door closed or whatever. So we chilling in my room, and I wasn't on trying to sexually have sex with this man or either orally please this man, nothing like us of that sort, right? So I'm just thinking that we just cool, he cool. I liked him, he was cute, but sometimes you don't just cross them boundaries. Okay. So so we this gonna be a long story. But no, he's not a long story, but I'm just gonna go to another DL man too. Okay. So then we sitting there, we getting high, whatever. So I play my music. I like to dance. So I'm dancing or whatever. So he started talking about, some stuff that, like his experience or something like with somebody else that he experienced with another guy, whatever. And so I was like, God training, whatever it was. I don't remember which one it was. So I was like, okay, okay. So then, I'm dancing. I'm just having a good time. I'm dancing because that's what I do. Like I like to dance anyway. So I'm dancing, and so as I'm dancing, he gets up out the bed and get behind me. So what do you think that? Tell me, what do you think? Tell me, what do you think? Is that not pressing up against somebody? You know what I'm saying? Like that's if we supposed to be chilling and having a good time, ain't that pressing against somebody? So therefore, what I say about DL mans, they do stuff in the dark. You understand what I'm saying? So therefore, I don't like to just come on to somebody like that. It'd be kind of weird for me to, especially if you're supposed to be straight. It's supposed to be weird from it would be weird to me. And we sitting there, we're supposed to be chilling. So therefore, I might sometimes I used to say little words or something, but then just saying that, okay, well, okay, yeah, let's just do it like that. Especially if I like you. You know what I'm saying? But if you started, with me, then it's a problem. You understand? So they got behind me. So then now we're in a relationship. We didn't do nothing. He just got behind me. So I danced on him all night. And then it was that. So another DL man. I've been running across a lot of DL mans in my life. You understand what I'm saying? I've been running across a lot of DL mans in my life, and it's crazy. And that's why I tell like my sister and them, like, like, because I done DL man that she was it's like, I'm gonna show you my boyfriend. And I was like, okay, let's show me, and like, don't talk to him, because we didn't hit third base, baby. Don't talk to him. So that is the type of situation that I'll be in, like stuff like that. We didn't hit third base. No, 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 no. We didn't hit third base. No, no, no. So another a DL man. So my back in the day, when I grew up, I used to hang around my cousins and whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I used to hang around my cousins now, and so it was a guy that he was persistent on trying to be with me, like not trying to be with me, just trying to have sex with me, just trying to have sex with me, steady trying to have sex with me. So I'm brushing him off. I'm brushing him off because I don't want to have sex with him. I don't want to have sex with him because, like, in childhood, that was my sister' childhood boyfriend, and then I'm steady trying to push him off, steady trying to push him off. But he consistent on trying to steady have sex with me. For some reason, I'm steady saying no. I don't, really, I don't want to have sex with him. His name is Anthony. His name is Anthony. So I'm steady trying to tell him, no, I don't want to have sex with him or whatever. So I gave him to one of my friends, They had sex or whatever. So I'm like, okay, well, no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to have sex with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to have sex with you. But you steady trying to push me in that spot where you want me to have sex with you. I don't want to have sex with you, or showing me that your weenie is hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to have sex with you. Okay? So therefore, then so he was like, so I'm gonna tell you how it happened. How it happened. How it happened was I stayed on Ferguson. I stayed on Ferguson. And the guy that I was talking to, well, supposed to been talking to, the guy that I was supposed to been talking to, the friend that I gave him to. So when I pulled up with this particular guy, his name was James. His name was James. And so me and James, this is a long story. Me and James, we was supposed to be I was a homewrecker because I stole him from somebody else too. So me and James supposed to be in a supposed to be kicking and trying to get to know each other, whatever. So when I first picked up James, one of my other friends, he asked James when we first got to the house, he asked James, "Can I orally service you?" And James got out the car with me and let my friend go orally service him. But then Anthony was upstairs with my other friend. So I went up there and I'm like, I'm supposed to just see if he supposed to just go up, really go up here and let this person orally serve him. And I'm, like basically, I picked you up for me. I didn't pick you up to bring you over here to go get orally serviced by somebody else. So, so Anthony was up there. Terrell told, oh, I wasn't supposed to say no names. I wasn't supposed to say no names. Oh, my bad. But this person told me, my friend told me to bring the person that my childhood friend with me. So he went to my house. So he wanted to try it again. He wanted to try it again. He wanted to try to have sex. And which I didn't want to, but I did I because he been trying to get at me, steady trying to get at me. So I'm like, okay, well, it just happened. It just happened. It just happened because the friend that I thought that I supposed to be with is with the friend that I know hooked Anthony up with. So it happened. So after then, Anthony just pop up every now and then. Anthony pop up every now and then. Only thing he want to do, have sex. Have sex. That's all he want to do. Have sex. That's just have sex. Let's just have sex. Like I used to tell him like, can we just sit and we chill? But he'll tell me, no, just no, you wasting time. Let's go ahead and do this. But he come over here to use me for sex. And I didn't just want sex. Like I started falling in love with this person that's supposed to be my childhood friend. And I know that it wasn't right. So I started falling in love with him, but I didn't want to fall in love with him. But then it started happening that way. Because that's all he wanted was sex. 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 So what happened? And I can't change it. I can't erase it. It happened. That's all he wanted. He kept asking me, just steady asking me for sex, 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 sex. Oh, feel it, touch it. Oh, touch it. It got bigger. Oh, touch it, feel it. So that's how. But that's some of my stories, you guys. We're gonna have some more stories, and I think of some more stories, and we're gonna have some more stories up on here. Okay.